Hey, welcome to AtwellPubLive, where we are going to be going over StockPack WordPress plugin. StockPack WordPress plugin is developed by fellow Codable expert Ionut Carlara, and it's a really great tool for sourcing featured images from third-party APIs. So let's not wait too long and get straight to it. I got Ionut lined up on an interview right now, and we're going to drill down into the nits and grits of this plugin asset. Oh, this plugin asset is available for free on the WordPress plugin directory. Let's go ahead and show that. Okay.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, the name was great, by the way. The pronunciation was great. It's Ionut Carlara, but it's harder for non-Romanian people to say it. So yeah, that was pretty good. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Let's go ahead and turn our videos off. We can turn them back on a little bit later, just to get rid of the frame skip and not have any distractions while we get started.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So first, you're an 8-year developer. Is that right? You've been working in WordPress for 8 years?
I'm almost 9 now, so yeah, that's about right. I started right after college. Yeah, so now I'm a WordPress expert at Codable, so that's been quite a ride.
Woo, very cool. All right, so StockPack. If you could explain StockPack in a few sentences, how would you do it?
When you want to add an image, there's all kinds of overheads. The idea is that you go in, and when you want an image, you also type. So you don't have to change, you don't have to leave the article to get images.
Right, so you can use the media library.
Just the media library to just type and get the image without going anywhere else.
And this pulls in photos from a bunch of different stock photo services?
The providers allow you to search images based on queries. Some of them are even localized, and you can download the image that you like from all of them, from all of the stock providers. But in time, I want to expand this to other things like screenshots from some services, or even Dropbox, Google Photos, stuff that are more personal to the user.
Ah, that sounds so cool to be able to source from a batch of Dropbox photos, Google Drive photos, and have your third-party stock photo APIs to select. So this is sounding really cool. What I want to do is jump into a demonstration, and I believe you have one set up for us. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just present. That's okay.
Okay, great. All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is a standard WordPress install. This works with Gutenberg, but you don't necessarily need it. It works anywhere you have an image uploader, but we're going to use Gutenberg for now. So is there any particular image you would like me to search?
Yeah, okay. So before the interview, I was thinking like, what would be a good thing to look into? And something that we see at Codable all the time is small businesses like lawn services. You know, somebody might want to write an article about like the best equipment for edging your driveway, and a good picture of lawn would do that. So okay, so you're in the StockPack tab inside your media library, and you've gone into the search area and typed in lawn, and all these images have popped up, and these are all stock images pulled from an API.
So these are from deposit photos. You can change the provider.
Very cool.
So these are from Adobe Stock.
And Adobe Stock has some splashes over their images too. So
yeah, they have the watermark, but you can use this for testing.
Okay.
So you can go with a free provider, Pixabay and Unsplash. Unsplash is becoming very popular, so I'm going to use one from them, maybe this one.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's a great looking one.
This is optional. This is for SEO purposes, because the images come with some names that are more general. You might want to specify a name that works very well for your article. So let's say lawn mowing machine. I don't know.
Put put Dothan, Alabama in there. Dash Dothan dash Alabama. After lawnmower. After lawnmower.
Okay, lawn mower, then Dustin, Alabama.
That's absolutely perfect. I want to take a quick moment to shout out to my lawn man with Off the Top LLC, Chad Helms. He does a great job. Keeps my lawn looking great. So that's cool. I mean, yeah. So we all know that the meta attribute information of images, maybe not too much weight, but has some weight on SEO consideration. So this was a very thoughtful addition.
Also, you get the automated caption set up, so you follow the rules, the recommendations from Unsplash.
Oh.
So you get the caption automatically set up, and yeah, if you just publish it, you'll be able to confirm that it's going to also use the name that we set up. So you can see it uses lawnmower Dustin, Alabama. Mm-hmm. And the auth is also populated automatically. So this is from the image, from the offer of the image. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this can be changed. But this is, so it's better than having it empty, which in most cases it's empty. So when you're using images, a lot of people skip setting the alt or the image name. So having these defaults, including the caption, helps up speeding the process.
Very cool. Now, when you were in the admin UI, I noticed some UTM parameters. Is that relevant to?
No. This is so this is the default, but there's a filter that I allow to change the captions. Currently, it's no, so there's no referral system into these Unsplash. Mm-hmm. I just keep it like this for default, but this can be changed. So the caption is entirely changeable. You can have a different format if you want to. You can, and also this is not required. So you can also disable it if you want with the filter. There are a lot of things, but I recommend that you keep it. And if you want to change the referral to yourself, you can do that. So, but this doesn't matter a lot. I just I use it because when I'm talking to these guys, it helps them see how much coverage they get, because they offer the API for free. So what they get in return is the fact that their images are being seen and used on a lot of websites, and the people that post them see that usage.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so very straightforward, very solid plugin, very helpful. I think anybody who uses WordPress and goes through the routines of sourcing feature images can see the value in this application. Now let's go ahead and look at the settings area of this plugin. I want to see how the connections are made to the different photo services.
Okay, so there are two parts of the plugin. There's the setting here is entirely optional. So when you install the plugin, you can use it right away. You don't need to do anything, and you can, for a limited amount of requests, you can test it out. So you can download from Unsplash and Pixabay without setting anything up, including the license key.
Okay, this is the license key to your server, right?
Yes, this is the license key to StockPack. So you have one license key for all the websites.
Okay, and this just helps connect to the API. Is there a pricing or a feature release associated to this license key?
So the pricing currently is only applies if you exceed 50 requests per hour, which is not any user until now exceeded. It's very so it should allow you to write an article or even 2 to 3 articles per hour without issues. But once you exceed that, or if you have a very large website, then there's a paid package, which is it's specified on the pricing page that it allows you to have 500 requests. But for normal usage, this is basically free, so you can use it. As I said, I haven't had users that exceeded that, so for the most part, it's free.
Okay, so I'm looking at the connections you had over there in your StockPack.co website. So your users will connect to these third-party services from StockPack.co. Is that correct?
Yes. The way this works is you don't need to set up your own account in the API side of Adobe Stock. So if you'd want to do this yourself on your website, you'd have to set up some application on the API side of Adobe Stock. So outside of the fact that you have an account, you also need to do some technical things, set up some redirects on your own website, and that can be tedious. So to avoid that, I'm keeping this on my server so that everyone uses the application that I set up. So there's very little setup that you need to do. In fact, if we want to take a look at how simple this is if you want to connect, you just click the button, you type in your credentials. That's it, and you're connected. That's all you have to do to set up a provider, and that's the same. The free providers don't need that. You don't need to do anything. You already have them. For these ones, you need to do it because you would be, when you're licensing an image, when you download an image without the watermark, some charges apply on your Adobe Stock account or the Deposit Photos account.
Very cool. Well, I got to say that I gave this a run before the interview, and I connected, I think, up to 3 accounts, and it was very easy. I got everything done in under 15 minutes. I was very impressed with how awesome everything went. So I think you show some foresight and attention to the detail for your user's experience that really shines. It's really great. So I'd like to extend my compliments on that because UX is one of the greatest challenges a developer can tackle to make sure that their users are having a pleasant and non-intrusive experience. So I think you've done a great job here.
I appreciate that. I actually studied a bit the design part because I like a lot I'm very interested in the user experience part, and I think it's very important that we do everything for the user and make everything so that it's very pain-free for them to use any of the products. So yeah, that's one of the main values I wanted for this plugin to bring.
Okay. Well, I think we've got a good look at the plugin, but I don't want the interview to stop there because we're two developers here talking, and there's a lot more that we could learn from this interview, such as your StockPack website. It's gorgeous. What did you use to build it?
So the StockPack website is I've actually built it with a template because I've just released it. So I try to keep the amount of work I spend on the website as small as possible until I get more users to make sure this is something that users actually need and use. So I've used the template. It's called Argon. I've played with it a bit, but I really like the design.
Will you add that to the Google Meets chat so I can add it to the video description at the end of this interview?
Sure.
It is a great looking Creative Tim is an awesome resource too.
Yeah, I found that too. I found that I've actually used a few things from them. So yeah, that
it's up at the top right beside the 4. You see there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Argon, but I've customized it a bit. I like to keep things as simple as possible. So that's my main idea with user experience. Keep it as simple as possible and don't include too many actions for the user because it has to. So the user should know very easily what they need to do, and in that manner they'll be able to do it quickly.
Let's go ahead and take a quick look at your pricing page. You've already touched on pricing, so we don't want to touch on it again. But I do want to see how you have it structured. Yeah, that's gorgeous. What a gorgeous presentation. So the next question I have is, so how do our viewers download the StockPack plugin? Where do they go? Where do you want them to go?
So the plugin is free, so you can download it directly from the WordPress repository. You can download it directly inside the WordPress admin. So what I would prefer users do is to install it directly from their website. If they want to do the download and then upload, then that works too. But it's basically exactly the same thing that the plugin wants to optimize, and what WordPress actually optimized by bringing the add new. So you just search for StockPack and you download it. I already have it installed, so yeah. But
Of course.
that's it.
Okay. My next question is, if you're a viewer looking at this Google Hangout Meet, at the top left side, you can see that Diricon Development is your brand name. Well, what is Diricon? And am I saying that right?
That's right. It's the company. So I'm a freelancer for about 5 years now. I've worked with other small companies before, and I've decided to be a freelancer. I've started a company with my brother, and it's called Diricon Development. And this is basically the brand under it. We do pretty much everything. We haven't scaled it a lot. We're just starting to go into that direction more recently. But yeah, this is the main brand, basically. This is our company.
Okay, very cool. Let's see. What is the other thing? So you're a freelancer, but are you a loner freelancer? Do you have any partners in your craft?
So I work with my brother, but mainly things are kept separate. So we have separate projects. We help each other from time to time, but we have our own projects and we kind of do them each to their own.
Very cool.
I'm also, yeah.
Okay, one last thing is
Yeah.
we're both Codable experts here. For viewers
Yeah.
who don't know, Codable is an online WordPress talent outsourcing platform. Yeah, there you go. Pull up the profile. So
Yeah.
when did you onboard with Codable?
This was a few months back, so I think in August. So 5 months now. Yeah, I found the Codable by mistake. Didn't know it existed initially. I just Googled for something, and I think I found the someone talking about it. There was a very cool review about it, and yeah, that's how I got into Codable. Then I saw that I can register as a WordPress expert, and I started. It went really well, and I'm very excited
Very cool. And
to be on it. Yeah.
so our viewers can come and hire you if they want to do a custom project.
So I'm available on Codable. I can do a lot of work types. I'm an expert on WordPress, which is what Codable is specialized on, but not only that. So we can also handle other types of projects, but yeah, mainly WordPress. We're WordPress experts, and yeah, anyone can hire me here.
Very cool. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me today.
Pleasure on my end. Thank you for having me on the first podcast and all the kind words. So yeah, appreciate it.
Boom! There you go, guys. Ionut Carlara with StockPack.co. You can check out the links in the description. We're going to have a link to the plugin repository where you can download the plugin. We're going to have a link to where you can go sign up for the service, because remember, you got to connect to those third-party accounts through his webpage, StockPack.co. And beyond that, we're also going to have a link to the Discord where you can network with me, and I could possibly do one of these interviews with you. So I think that was great. Fantastic. I loved it. I had a blast. I can't wait to do another one. Join my Discord. Let's network. Let's get some more promotions out for you small developers out there looking to grow in awareness. All right. Peace.